with that first attack, and there we go. And actually, we have a huge switch from anti-3 to anti-2-star bases, which might be a smart choice because we already have, as we have said, many minutes, many hours already into this tournament. There's a potato trap, so things can go wrong quite a bit, and those ring bases are perfect to exploit that. A lot of loot are getting flown over there, and with that, the core is just gone within seconds. Same thing obviously is counting towards the spells, because the spells are gone as well.
Yeah, the spells are no more other than one free spell for these dragons, as the Queen and King are at the bottom. We got the Warden with a few dragons to the top side trying to take out the enemy World Champ, but that single target Inferno, not investing any freeze for it, does finally do it just now as the single goes down, waiting to deploy the World Champion for somewhere in this base.
Yeah, the Queen just stepping around. Obviously, with all of those openings, they're trying to deny wall breakers and make pathing unpredictable. But obviously, this means as well that the Queen, or the heroes in general, have a really nice pathing for cleanup. And with that rotation ability still there, since Prayer is doing it again, getting the 3-star rating for his team early on, and again, with plenty of time left. And there were a lot of loons cloned in that core, and a lot of loons just overpowering that, and that means anti-2-star bases got wrecked. Looking forward to see if Vatang as well switched on defense to maybe anti-2-star style. That could be, who knows. But at the same time, I feel like anti-2-star bases sometimes are really annoying, and since it's the best of 2, what can you lose? I mean, both of those teams are expected to get high scores anyway. So why shouldn't you try to have, at least in one of them, those anti-2-star bases? Because, especially in the first match, if we see a 1-star or a low percentage, we have seen earlier today what this can do to a team if this is happening. So, might worth trying or risking it and seeing how it works.
And the question is, would you run ring bases or anti-2s against MS Esports? Because it seemed like that was their kryptonite last year. That's what really stopped them from trying to get to Worlds, and they were stopped in their tracks because of ring bases. And I'm sure they have put in a lot of practice to try to really crack them and take them down. And would Vatang try to run those rings to say, hey, you know, you've really struggled in the past. Have you really improved? Have you learned from that? I guess that's really kind of the question. Would you run it at this stage? But MS Esports said, you know, let's go and throw one of those anti-2-stars at Vatang. And like we saw, it did not hold up.
Nope, it did not work. But at the same time, I don't know if Since Prayer is the player you are targeting with those anti-2-star bases, because Queen Charge Lalo, if something is going wrong with the Queen Charge over there, like one opening as the Queen is walking in an unpredictable fashion, this can be, or those can be the attacks which are really hurting your percentage, might even costing a 1-star. So I think more Warning and then Slowdown are the people who are getting targeted by those anti-2-star bases. I feel like overall, we're going to see later on in this match, so typically always the attacker 4 and 5 for Vatang. So we have to wait and see if that's going to be all anti-2-star bases or only a couple of them getting thrown into the mix. Then obviously we still have to see and wait what Vatang does on defense, because I feel like, if I remember correctly, it happened multiple times that last year the team kind of got stopped by those ring bases. So you always said, okay, the next time they actually learned how to take the ring bases, okay, but this time really, the next time they know how to attack them, right? Right, please. So that's like always the thing. So I feel like it did not happen once overall. So the question is this the case? I feel like a lot of them are pushing on Legends, but it feels like it does not matter anyways, because Vatang is staying with those anti-2-star bases. And if you remember on this base, that was the base where we had Gaku falling short with this really interesting bait on this bottom side around this wizard tower. But this one is simply going in with his Skelly Donut, but missing that one. Never mind. It was just a prank.
Right? Wow, look at that. The Earthquake helped clutch that single up right there and activating the Town Hall. Whew, that was a little close right there. That could have been an issue, but no worries. is able now to have this Flame Flinger lock on to the Town Hall and help take that down as the King coming to the bottom side in towards that scatter shot. Flame Flinger, come on, go for the Town Hall. Wizard Tower finally goes down, and yes, the Town Hall is going to get locked down to, and even the multi-mortar, that went down as well. So brilliant, as the one balloon helped, I believe, take that down either way, as his heroes are going into the scatter by the enemy Royal Champion. Doesn't have to worry about a clan castle, as the Hogs are coming straight into this Eagle to try to help take that down.
Yeah, going straight into the Eagle, sending in the Headhunters as well, because he has to face the King and the defending Queen really early on. 50% so far, not reached. Other Teslas still there. I think they were around this bottom side already, all of them triggered. So 50, nope, they're all around this top side compartment. They have changed the Tesla form completely with a lot of traps around this top side, a lot of skeleton traps, a lot of giant bombs. I feel like so many Hogs are still alive, and this is no problem for Cynthia.
Yeah, look at that. The Hogs are staying alive. There's the tornado trap, so they moved it to the top. RC's ability goes off with a minute left. Yetis are going to come off to the right side, and Cynthia is going to be starting this one off with a 3-star. Brilliant to him, and that's a great way to start this. You have a total of 10 attacks for your team, 2 for each person, for a best of 2 match, as it's really the best team or the closest one to get to 30 stars kind of wins, right? You just have to outpace your opponent, and Cynthia is keeping pace right there.
That's right, making sure that he's following up as well what Cynthia Prayer did to their bases. With that, Skelly, a donut, Hog Rider attack. What a beautiful attack again. And he's always doing like the same thing, but it's always so clean that he's always getting the value he needs. Like, even though he misplaced the one invisibility spell a little bit, Earthquake was there, no problem whatsoever, getting the Inferno Tower as well. And with that, another 3-star for Cynthia. You said as well, he struggled a little bit in the group stage, but today he's on fire for sure for his team, starting things off always with a nice attack, and starting for his team with 3 stars, which are so important, I feel, going into those matches, especially over this long time with the matches going on for 10 attacks, like for each team with 10 attacks. So failing early on always feels a little bit underwhelming, like especially with the teams kind of expecting for themselves to 3-star. So you want to start strong into those best of 2 matchup, and so far both teams were able to do that. Next attack is in, Raylo is in. Another legend style base. So my question is, how is this going to work? Because that's a wide army composition. We have Golem, we have Ice Golems, we have Lalo, we have Bats. And he's trying to take down the Eagle just with Bats. That is looking brilliant.
He's starting off with the Bats to the bottom, noticing that there is no splash down here. So wants to take advantage, and down goes the Eagle. Look at that. Okay.
What?
Down goes the Expos. Okay. And then these bats will take for the Royal Champion going into the single. Okay. What?
What is this? On? That is genius. I mean, how do you plan those? Like, how do you see things like that? That is just insane. 2 headhunters are getting taken care of. The top side with the Tesla is looking a bit annoying for him to funnel, but still getting things done. And now he still has this hero dive. And the question then, is this only this 9 o'clock compartment which is still left at this point then for the Lalo? This attack looks insane so far.
Oh, it looks absolutely wild. We have 2 ground expo that he can use a golem, and does just that. Finds a Tassa farm. Ice golems down. Help protect his king, queen to path their way in with 2 super wall breaks, or just 1? I see 1 right there. A Valkyrie being used. Okay, I don't see a second one to get him deeper in towards the town hall compartment area, as the Lalo is starting in from the left side with that one, and he even has the blimp, which he can send the blimp for the town hall.
That's like the next crazy thing, right? You're feeling that, okay, he invested already so much, but not really. Like, the siege is still there, the blimp just flying towards the town hall. He's going to use the warden ability for that. He's going to take care of that defending Royal Champion. And with that town hall most likely going down, another freeze. He just... Oh, wait a sec.
Oh,
No!
wait. Oh,
No.
no.
What's he doing?
No, don't do that. Don't. No, you gotta be. You can't be serious. After all of that, to 1-star?
Why did he use a Dragon
Why-
Rider?
Why didn't he have sneakies in there or something?
Yeah, sneaky goblins and everything would be fine. And
Wow.
no way, he just threw this away. And that's exactly... I'm still confused. We have not seen anti-2-star bases earlier today, to be honest. I feel like we're seeing so many fails. Yes, most of the time they're looking completely crushed if those pros are attacking it. But one thing going wrong, like this double sweeper around the town hall. One thing where the traps are just defending too much the town hall, and you're falling short. And the entire best of 2 series is in danger because anti-2-star bases are nearly anti-3-star bases are nearly always those safe 2-stars because the town hall is so far on the outside. But with that, anti-2-star bases 91% Raylo falling short after an incredible opening, and I still don't know why he didn't use sneaky goblins.
Well, maybe he was playing on his heroes to make their way in. Was the receiving word was the super wall breaker getting sprung, taken 2, and not able to break that second wall. And that Tassa Farm, Skelly's popping up really stopped his heroes from pushing their way in to get that value. And Town Hall staying up is a huge thing now. And MS Esports is so excited with that. And that's going to just give them a huge lead going in to this grand finals match, which is a best of 2. Yes, it's only 2 wars. So it's you add the first war and you add the second war together out of the 30 total stars. And I mean, it's not a best of 3, which essentially would mean you don't have to worry about what happens in the previous wars. You just have to win 2 matches in that. No, this is best of 2 here. Winner of this best of 2 gets that golden ticket.
That's right, and having the second attack being a 1-star is obviously like one of the worst things which can happen to you. But I feel like it's really crazy to think about that. Last year we had so many problems with that team, with MS Esports, struggling against those anti-2-star bases. And this time around, though, those bases are giving them a huge advantage moving into this final for the golden ticket to actually qualify as second team for the Clash Worlds Championship. And so far, they're looking good. And they're coming in again with Hogs. The question, though, is again, did Vatang prepare? Do they have the spring traps set? Do they have the setup to make sure that those Hog Riders are learning flying and not going to get most of it? And, well, let's see.
But the wall wrecker going to open up towards this multi-target Inferno, and he's going to probably have it open up to help clear that. Pull out the CC. Queen stepping in. Going to take out this enemy Royal Champion with ease. Headhunter comes off to his Queen. Will she get slowed down by it? Okay, so forced to use that freeze spell. Help clear the Headhunter as the Queen continues her path through. Poison's going to come down on these Archers and Hound. Rage is down as this Queen's going to continue her way through, and he can drop a jump spell to get that Queen to go in path and take out that Town Hall. Remember, you have to start the Hogs sooner than... Oh, there's the jump, because if you don't start the Hogs, you're going to run into a time fail. And if you start them with the RC, which he is doing right now, and that Queen doesn't take out the Town Hall, it could be a 1-star.
Okay. I mean, the Queen so far still looking good, though, but first couple of Hog Riders are learning flying. That's something good. The spring traps are getting placed better now versus those wave of Hog Riders getting unleashed into the base. More Hog Riders are flying, and that's exactly what Vatang has to do. Queen, though, is getting their town for sure at this point. But is this last compartment going to be too powerful? But I feel like the answer might be a no. Invisibility spell to keep that Royal Champion alive. The Town Hall is going down with 50 seconds left. This should be another 3-star for MS Esports. And even though the spring traps were looking good, it was just not enough to, completely stop this Hog Rider domination of MS Esports. And that's like so crazy. I mean, they are one of the only teams who are putting such a huge effort in always using those Hog Riders. And I love it. I love it that those Hog Riders, they seem to be back to some degree. And I don't know if it's just because most of the other clans are most of the other teams are trying to defend headhunters so much, but I feel like the screen ships were against the Hog Riders, but you just have too many of them. And if you do not predict 100% where those Hog Riders are coming in, you have no chance. They're just going to swarm your base, and that's crazy.
Yeah, and that queen getting some fantastic value. So you're trying to stop that queen and her charge from opposite side of the town hall, and not necessarily putting traps near the town hall edge, which you typically don't really see too many queen charges straight into the town hall, because people like to put single target infernos behind it, and then town hall poison, clan castle, single inferno is just usually way too much for a queen to ever get through, especially with a hound that may come out to try to defend there. But he had enough to get it done, and that's another triple cast coming in from ESports, and the 1-star that came in from Vatang, which we thought that was not going to happen after the start of that raid, was very surprising. But now we're seeing this Super Wizard Yeti attack coming in right here from PSW, and this one is just about overloading the base, trying to make your way all the way to the core, to that town hall. Warden's going down. You're going to potentially see maybe an earlier Warden to really protect everything, or he just wants to wait as long as possible to get into the core, as this log launcher is opening up straight into the middle, as the king will grab that eagle very nicely.
Yeah, the eagle is down early. Now all of those lava pups have to be dealt with somehow. We have the siege getting open. The warden ability is there as well with that rage, leading everything perfect. Wait, everything perfect into the town hall. I said everything back into the town. Thank you. Queen is back onto the town hall. That's looking good. And then, yeah, he wants to keep push through this, but I feel like there is not that many Yetis left. You got
the bath.
Okay, that's a fair point.
I mean, Bath will get a lot of value, but the Tesla farm, he can freeze the wizard Tesla right there. 5 freezes. Freeze for no! The wizard tower got a shot off. That could be a problem. Gets another freeze as these bats need a path eventually to the wizard. Oh, we got a Yeti. That's going to go to the single target inferno. He freezes that up, and he's got it. Yeah, he's got another 2 freezes, and there we go. It's crazy how strong this attack is. I've tried it, and I have 3-starred with it. And if I can 3-star with it, then it's crazy strong.
Yeah, it's working really good, especially against those legend type under 2-star bases, because you can just overwhelm the base and have really good spread typically with having so many open walls. Like, I feel like that's where those Yetis are thriving, because no, they do not have any special damage versus walls. They do not have anything which makes them great versus compact bases when a lot of closed compartments are over there. Like, that's like the big thing for them. And having it to take ring base where you have the entire ring where they can walk, you have just then your hero push, which most likely is going to dive into the core, then even bats to follow up. That's just looking really, really strong. And again, another 3-star is in, but we still can see it. I mean, there could be still this possible 2-star difference because of the unfortunate 1-star. I feel like it has been so far for MS Esports just the story of the day, always having the 1-star defense to actually make sure that they're always staying in the lead. And so far, they have not really dropped that after having the strong defense.
And that's the one real bonus thing of having the town hall in the middle, right? The anti-2-star is you have probably a greater opportunity for just a small mistake like that happened in the attack that came in from Vatang to get a 1-star, versus if it's an anti-3. Town hall's on the edge. Typically, the town hall can be saved in some sort of fashion, but you mentioned it. If his troops don't get exactly what he needs, and including that blimp that he accidentally dropped the invisibility spell to make the town hall invisible that got the 1-star, it could cost you. So it just might be smart sometimes to run those ring bases, to run those anti-2s, just to hope that 1 out of the 5 attacks causes that fail, or even that 1-star, and that can make a huge difference in a war like this.
Then I feel like, especially with like having so many wars already to play today, those under 2-star bases are coming in even more important, because we have seen that with the invisibility spell. I think it was a prime example. You're getting tired, you're not deploying the spells as perfect. accurate anymore. And one tile off, you're turning the town hall invisible, and it's going to be a 1-star. If the spell would have been one tile more towards the left side in that specific attack, it would have been pretty much guaranteed a 2-star. So it's really depending on this, on this pressure, and in addition, obviously, to the time which they have played so far. And with that, we see the next attack. This time around, though, we're seeing some lightnings, we're seeing some Lalo, and some Dragon Riders in the mix as well. I always love those Lalo attacks where you're mixing in some Dragon Riders to make this push even stronger and make sure that you're taking, most of the time, the Eagle out with the Dragon Riders and then push them into the core versus most of the multi-Inferno Towers.
Yeah, as his Town Hall is going down to the Queen ability, secures that. He's got 2 poison spells, using some skeletons to help distract the enemy Royal Champion. Pops that King ability, and his Royal Champion is in that compartment as well, pulling out a little bit of the CC of archers. More archers. Probably going to be a Hound in there. Yep, there it is. And a Headhunter. Uses that first poison spell to help poison up this Headhunter. Oh, but the Lava Hound would be a big problem for this Royal Champ, but makes the Hound and Royal Champion invisible at the same time, so that he can indeed clear that Inferno Tower in the core. Well done there. And he does decide to invest a poison onto this Headhunter to take that out. Has 1 Barbarian to move that Hound out of the way. But you have to keep in mind that Hound might be in the way when it comes to cleanup here, so let's keep an eye on that.
Yeah, the Dragon Riders pushing things now into the multi-Inferno Tower, so I thought that he would try to use the Dragon Riders to push them inside the multi-Inferno Tower, but instead it was just the Dragon Riders pushing the Slammer in there with 1 Dragon Rider following. Things are looking really good for him, especially with this freeze. I mean, take a look at that freeze. Being able to freeze the Tesla, Wizard Tower, and Scatter is always a great deal. And now with the Ward ability pushing everything even further inside. I mean, there's 2 haste spells, the freeze still left. This is looking completely wrecked onto this base. And with 50 seconds left, I am not really convinced that time can be an important factor to maybe save the day for this base.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a 3-star here from Nicholan, adding another triple for MS Esports. Has even a haste to use to speed these balloons up, which you definitely don't want to swag, as it can help with time. So he was going to use it on some minions, balloons, or something, and shoots them straight into that clan castle, speeds them up, and gets that 3-star right there. Well done. And that's 3 for 3 right now for MS Esports. And they are looking good here in the very first match. Remember, this is a best of 2. So we have 1 more war right after this one to see who is going to be crowned the winner and getting that golden ticket. MS Esports have been doing fantastic. And Vatang is hoping that within the next set of attacks through this war and next, that MS Esports starts to fail more and more, and Vatang is hoping to keep getting all triples coming in, because that's what they need to have a chance.
Yep, that's what they need to have a chance, somehow getting as well again the comeback. And we have seen this earlier today, that Vatang had to try to fight their way back into the match. And one thing which might be good for Vatang at this point is that they didn't got it. I mean, in the end, MS Esports were quite a bit of like having some struggle attacks, like where they were leaving some stars on the board. So there is the chance for Vatang to come back in the best of 2 format overall, because there are so many attacks which can fall short. So that's not the biggest problem, I want to say. But at the same time, now we have the next attack in Warning coming in with the Queen George Alado onto this base of Ilek. And we have a lock launcher selected right now. Let's see and wait how he is going to use that and what exactly the plan is going to be, because we're seeing again a really heavily stacked core with that town hall. And again, we have those 2 sweepers pointing at the town hall, which the last time were a true nightmare to overcome for the attacker.
And you can see that MS Esports really has decided to go in with the ring style, the anti-2 bases. Or I guess not really call it a ring, because it's just more anti-2, where the town hall is in the middle and it would force everything straight in towards that town hall. As we got a single onto the queen, makes her invisible, Log Launcher is going to try to open up towards the core of this base as the king is kind of clearing the left side to force that queen trade into the middle.
Yeah, the Log Launcher so far doing a great job, but this... Oh, I mean... The wall is open, so she could reach the scatter. Is there wall breakers in there? No, it's actually sneaky. God, what?
Oh.
And the wall break. Okay, the wall break was great to get the queen maybe towards the scatter, but I feel like she's going first for the bitter hut. So let's see. No, is she going to come back? I'm not really sure because the Lalo's now starting from the left side, which is kind of surprising for me because why is he starting from the right side? Why is he starting from over there? With the queen clearing out that compartment anyways.
Yeah, that's a question. Maybe he was thinking the queen was going to continue her way up, but either way, there's a poison spell onto the defending king to slow him down when the Raw Champion's going to step into that area. Pops the ward ability. Ooh, look at that. Balloons pull a bunch of Seeking Air Mines, which were all at the bottom, but the queen does actually path her way up and around back to the top as these balloons are coming around with the queen ability still intact, RC ability to use, and a freeze. And there is the freeze on the left side. Queen still going, and this is going to be a 3. This is beautiful here from Warning of Vatang. Was able to crush this one. Log Launcher allowed that queen to step all the way through to grab that Town Hall into the core and just casually lollowed around.
Yeah, really nicely done. The Tesla farm on the back end is not doing anything against this huge group and spread of loons. The queen's still there as well, and that means a nice 3-step for Vatang. And they're not letting a lot of stars slip. It was just this one attack, which unfortunately, one invisibility spell, one small misplacement cost them already 2 stars in this matchup, which is not what they were hoping for. But now it's back against again for MS Esports. They can again now get the next 3-star in because so far both teams are looking strong. Except this one unfortunate attack, which is just so heartbreaking to think even about it.
Yeah, that one attack is devastating. That was a 1-star, but Vatang is still staying focused, keeping their composure, and trying to 3-star the rest of the bases and hope that their defenses hold strong. Even if it is just holding MS Esports to 2 stars, they just need that to happen multiple times to have a chance to make the comeback. Granted, they're down by 1, they're up by 1 star, but they have 1 more attack used. So a 2-star from MS Esports would be a 1-star advantage. A 3-star would be the 2-star advantage, which is huge going into a best-of-2 war.
Over at least one thing which isn't like the worst overall is the percentage. Like it was a 1-star, but it was not the worst percentage. That's at least something. That's for example different in the attack from Badzinger, where the entire attack falls short. It was not only a 1-star, but as well a really low percent star, like low percentage attack overall. And that's not the case for Vatang. So they can possibly still aim for like a star tie and then maybe have the chance of winning it on percentage. So that's still open and that's still in the possible area. But we have the next attack in, and we have again Kingsman coming in with the air and with the dragons and with the dragon riders with the clone spell as well in the mix. So let's see how that's going to work with using lightnings early on to make sure that the sweeper is gone, so the heroes and the dragons then can go into the right direction.
Yeah, these skeleton spells are used to help to provide that distraction for this kings on this ground expo, so he doesn't get hit right away. As they're going to path their way into the enemy king, the Eagle Artillery, the dragons. Dragon Riders are down right away. He's not waiting. He's taking a clone spell to fly all the way across with a potential blimp. He's waiting. There's the free on the scatter. Finally, we got that blimp so that he can pop the Warden Belly as late as possible to protect the balloons, the dragons. Oh, wait. Yes. There's the Warden ability pulling a bunch of red air bombs as the blimp is probably going to find a tornado trap. No. Oh, where's the clone? There it is. And he's able to clone up this area and take it down.
Yeah, nice clone. There was even the tornado trap. You can see it. The tornado trap was over there, but it was just missed by a little bit from that blimp because of the sweeper getting zapped out. And now still the queen with the Royal Champion have to clear this bottom compartment. He's using the poison early on with that queen, and especially that unicorn being alive. It's looking really good for Kingsman, I think. Queen ability can be still used, and Royal Champion ability is there as well. With that freeze now onto the defending Queen, things are looking great for Kingsman to get this 3-star for his team and keep that lead, which they have achieved so far over all of those attacks. Another freeze there, you can see already he's getting more and more relaxed, smiling now, knowing that this should be done. This is going to be another 3-star for MS Esports on the board. What an attack, nicely done, and they're keeping their 2-star lead.
Brilliant right there. Another triple coming in for MS Esports, and they are not stopping. They're keeping the triples rolling in, and that's what they need to do, right? At this stage of the competition against Vatang, even though Vatang got a 1-star, MS Esports is pretending like Vatang has been tripling out and not been slowing down. So as long as you keep that mental kind of mindset of like it's still all tied up from MS Esports, you could have a real good chance of keeping the lead and going all the way and not failing. So MS Esports, you're all perfect so far. Can you keep that going into your final attack? Fortunately, obviously that 1-star from Vatang, but they're not going to let that stop them as they need to continue to come in with 3 stars. And if they can close it out, they'll only be down 2 stars if both triple in the end going into the final war.
Now we have kind of like a similar situation as last match again for MS Esports, where they actually then failed their last attack to give Bazinga the chance, the hope, the possibility of a comeback overall. So that might be something to keep in mind. But we have first Vatang hitting. Lance Loda is the last attacker, and he needs the 3-star not only to have their overall score improved, but as well just to keep them in their match, because one more fail most likely, and that would be the dream done pretty much for them. And it's again another ring base, and oh my goodness, they're getting more and more annoying, it feels like. So cannot wait to see how this is going to do versus the attack from Lancelota.
Lancelota. We have the Queen to the top with the Queen to charge her way all the way into the middle. Can she make it is the question. We have a no jump. I was going to say we have a jump, but no. Usually, if I was doing a Queen charge on a ring, I would take a jump, but he's just going wall breaks, which looks like they will pay. Oh, wait. No, I say that. And wait, will he break the wall to the outside? He does break the wall to the multi, but needs the Queen to walk her way up to path her way there. Will she do it? I don't know. Queen?
At least one thing which is good for him is that he's dealing with the clan castle before the Queen has stepped anywhere. So that's maybe fine. Okay. Oh, wait. Where are the spells? What is he doing? He has just lost the Queen ability for no reason whatsoever and still used the rage. I am just confused right now. And now the Queen is going to step to the right side. He might have to use the invisibility spell. Queen is... Oh, maybe wall break. Wall break. Yes, okay, there's the wall break now. But needs to make sure that somehow... Ooh, that invisibility spell would have been nice for the Inferno Tower, because those healers are going down.
She's gone.
No way, as
she's gone.
Oh, no.
She's not going in.
They're struggling so much versus those anti-2-star bases.
Yeah, the roles have really switched. It's now Vatang that is not getting these ring bases down, as MS Esports knew the pain last year that they couldn't take these ring bases down. And it just seems like the ring bases are just being really the kryptonite for a handful of these teams. I think the only team that really just excels on ring bases and anti-2s is Strut. They're like the one team that absolutely dominates them. You never want to throw it their way. But it looks like that is how you stop Vatang right there. And it's going to be even a lower percentage too. Trying to rack up a little bit more, but wow. No jump. It really hurt this Queen that she did not want to jump directly in towards that tunnel compartment. I was going to say take a jump, but wow.
Yeah, the Queen getting distracted at the side was really unfortunate. Then as well, in addition to that, he completely... I still don't know why, but he's completely swagged the queen ability with not using anything. Like maybe he was on the other side of the map, like checking out how the pathing might look like, how he might be able to affect the pathing to, I don't know, get his queen back on track, or maybe how to save the attack or something. But yeah, that did not work out, losing his queen ability then early on. And this means another 2-star, another defense for MS Esports. And if they now can get 3 stars in their last attack,
oh man,
it's best of 2 looks pretty much done at this point then, unfortunately.
Yeah, because a 3-star that would come in from the final attack of MS Esports would put out by 3 stars total. Going into the next war, I just think that's almost impossible to make a comeback from. Granted, it happened in this war, right? So maybe Vatang is like, fine, you know what? We are going to give you a taste of your own medicine, and we're going to give you the ring bases. So we'll see what happens to you. I feel like that's the only shot that Vatang has, is to throw all anti-2s at MS Esports in the final one and just say, you know, we have to go all out and just hope that something happens to them to have a chance, because a 3-star here, and it is not looking good at all for Vatang. And it looks like MS Esports might just be the team to get that second golden ticket. We'll just see what Arium is about to do here with his Blizzard Lalo.
Yeah, but I feel like at the same time, with those anti-2-star bases, you need to have good anti-2-star bases. There's a big difference between just like a decent or a normal anti-2-star base and something like MS Esports have. Like, they have really, really put a lot of time into testing it, building those bases most likely. So you need to be careful with what sort of anti-2-star base you are using overall. And at the same time, we're seeing that the Blizzard from Arium is already getting a lot of value, taking down Inferno Tower, taking down Eagle and Expo right there early on into the attack, luring out the Clankers now to the top side to then maybe get the scatter. Maybe, I'm not really sure yet if he's going to try to get one of his heroes towards the town hall, or if he's going to fully commit into this top compartment, because it looks like there's a lot of value as well.
Yeah, a lot of value with that poison spell used onto the Lava Hound to the top side and the Headhunter, as well as he's going to path the Queen in towards the top scatter shot, eventually trying to make their way towards the town hall. Ice Golem finds that spring trap right off the bat, so that gets the Ice Golem springs and freezes up this area. The Queen, is she going to go in? Yeah, she does loop her way back in. And the Royal Champion is going to come through. She's going to get locked down by the single, so forces the freeze. And she's going to path through to the single, help take that down, as Alalo is coming straight for the town hall.
Yep, indeed. They're coming straight for the town hall with the Tornado being triggered early. So now the haste into the town hall. We have the Warden ability soon. Probably again delayed to the last second.
Wow.
And there we go. Nicely done. And even covering those Headhunters inside the Warden ability to take down this back-end Royal Champion.
Brilliant Warden to barely clip those Headhunters and protect them, as now this huge group of loons. I feel like this is definitely enough to one-shot every single building, including a town hall. There's that many balloons left in this giant group here. Like, this is insane. You just need like a few balloons. You don't need all those. Well, they've all grouped up here. Queen's ability goes off. 30 seconds left in the raid. And this is going to give them a 3-star advantage going into the second match, the second war. And that is huge. And you can see the smiles on Arium's face and the rest of MS Esports looking fantastic here to try to coast their way to getting the second golden ticket. What a great performance from them. Getting a perfect war. 15 stars to 12. That's exactly what they needed to start off.